Hi guys, it's Richard at Altfins. Today I'm going to review several coins that I think might be ripe for some swing trading action. The markets have been selling off in the last few days, really in some cases for several consecutive days, maybe even 10 of them. And I think we're getting to a point where we are in some cases very or extremely oversold and due for a bounce. And I'm going to look for situations where the RSI 14 is oversold or very or extremely oversold, but also the price is near a support area. And combining those two technical indications could give me a good entry point for a swing trade. Now, most of these coins are desperately trading in a downtrend. So indeed, going long or buying these coins is going against the trend. But again, I emphasize these are very short-term tactical trades, swing trades off of the support zone areas, and that's why they call them the swing trades. But certainly trend traders would not enter a long or a buy trade for these coins that I'm going to review. Trend traders would continue to go with the trend. In this case, it is a downtrend, really across the board for the majority of the coins out there, with few exceptions. And so a trend trader would continue to short sell the coins and look for a bounce. Would I short sell right here? No, because we've had now several days of extreme selling pressure that I think will have some relief rally that I'm going to take advantage of, or try to, with my long or buy trades that I'll review today. But certainly the trend trader would continue to look for bounces and short sell those. So a complete opposite. Again, right now in this current environment, we have to flip the trade book or the rule book, meaning while in the uptrend we buy the dips, in the downtrends we sell the bounces. And in fact, let's go ahead and first review some of the short selling positions that I had put on July 2nd. If you watched that video, if you haven't, I recommend. Basically, we saw a market bounce up, yet we were in a downtrend and we continue to be. And so I placed a few trades on that date, and we can see that here in my Binance account that I still have some of these opened. Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, and THETA. We went short on July 2nd. We're in the plus today, last 7 days, and certainly last month, we're generating about 20% or so return on these positions. I'm going to close them today because, again, I think we have reached a point of real seller exhaustion and really oversold levels. I could be wrong. We could continue to go even lower than this. I could be wrong and a bit early. But in any market, you have basically these swings of ups and downs, and even in the downtrend, you'll have those bounces up. And so let's go ahead and create a filter to look for those oversold or very oversold situations. So I'm going to use my favorite is RSI 14 that uses 14 days in this case, and I want to be below 25. So below 30 is an indication of oversold levels. Below 25 is very oversold, and below 20 is very extremely oversold. So I'm gonna look for very oversold, or in some cases I'll get some extremely oversold situations. So I have 142 coins that are very oversold or extreme, and I'm gonna narrow that down by market cap. I want to have some bigger caps, so market cap of 100 million or greater. So I'm down now to 19 coins, and actually let's go ahead and look at some of these results. Litecoin, MATIC, these are interesting names, certainly have good volumes. But one other thing that I wanted to actually add to this filter or screener is that I do want a bearish MACD crossover, and I want that because basically that bearish crossover is an indication that there's a negative momentum, but I think that negative momentum will begin to rise up or inflect to positive momentum with the bounce that I anticipate. So let's go ahead and look at, let's see, we can do that with trend signals, MACD, bearish. Okay, now we're down to 15. All right, so all these coins are very oversold at a minimum. So they have RSI 14 below 25, they have market cap of 100 million or more, and they have a bearish MACD crossover, which I think will begin to inflect to a positive momentum. So let's look at the charts here. First one is Litecoin, right? And we have a 200-day moving average and a 50-day moving average. So this here is a death cross, and most of these coins at this point will have a death cross, which is an indication of a severe downtrend or a clear downtrend. And I'm going to also change the candlesticks from the line chart. And we can see now with Litecoin, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down days, consecutive down days. And we are getting close to that $100 level, which if I actually, if we go back to the overview level and we look at the curated chart, this one we actually do a curated chart on, and we do indicate that $100 is a support zone, and I think it could be quite a strong support zone, and so at that level with the RSI, if we look at the RSI here, RSI is at 23.8. It really is getting into a very oversold enough, if not extremely oversold levels. So I do think that we're overdue for a bounce for this one and many other of the altcoins. And again, this is a very short-term tactical trade, and certainly risky because we are going against the overall downtrend. But it is a swing trade. The other on the list here is MATIC. MATIC is one of few coins that actually has, this is Polygon, MATIC actually still has a long-term uptrend, but it clearly has been declining. What I like about this situation here is that it's now sitting at the 200-day moving average, which is also in itself a support area, and it is also getting close to some of the low levels that we saw a few months ago that the price bounced off of in the past. But particularly the 200-day moving average gives me some level of comfort that we could see some decent support and a potential bounce here. The MACD crossover had happened a few days ago, so it's not a fresh MACD crossover or bearish crossover. So I do think that this bearish momentum could begin to inflect and give us a few days of positive bounce. So that's a good one, I think. And VeChain as well. Here we are getting close. If you look at the chart here, getting close to the level of, call it 6 cents or so. And let's look at the curated charts that we have here, where we indicate that 6 cents is a support level indeed. The price is actually just below that already, and today's low is 5.6 cents, so it's already dipped below that 6 cent support level. and basically that's an area where in the past it has bounced off of, you know, several times, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to make a bet here, and this is again just playing with probabilities and some sense that we are in oversold territory, that this one could also bounce from these levels as well. THETA is another one on this list. This one has really been getting hammered and pounded, and its RSI is at 18.7. I mean, it is extremely oversold, and as you can see, the bearish MACD crossover momentum has lasted now since really a month now, and we're now at levels around $4 or $3.35, really where we saw it last time in May. And if I zoom out to a 6-month chart here, yep, it's getting close to that level where it all started. So again, I could be wrong, I could be early, but I think it's really extremely oversold. Rarely do you see coins remain extremely oversold like this for more than a couple of days. So I think this one, even though it's in the clear downtrend, could experience a short-term bounce up. And so those are all interesting candidates. I'm going to actually save this filter for future use, give it a name, RSI under 25 and bear MACD crossover. And also we can set an alert to receive emails and alerts for coins that satisfy this criteria in the future. So I'll give it also the same name, bear MACD crossover, right? And this filter, alert is now under my alerts right here, the last one right here. So I'll find the alert notifications here, but also will receive emails. The other coin that I wanted to review is one that has been making a lot of noise, and that's Axie Infinity, AXS. This is a coin that has made some really big gains even during this crypto bear market. As you can see here, I'm gonna look at the 6-month chart here, and let's look at the candlesticks. Okay, now it's experiencing a pullback, but it is in an uptrend, as indicated by our trend rating, short-term, medium, and long-term. So it really is experiencing a pullback here. Now, where could it pull back all the way to? At these levels, you know, the closest sort of support that we can make out is really the $10 support. And I think we have a curated chart here where we indicate that the support zone, the nearest sort of support zone that we can put our fingers on, where we saw some action in the past, right? These are levels where buyers and sellers find, you know, psychological levels where they find it either too expensive or very cheap. Well, $10 is the level that we can sort of identify just looking at the price action. But another way to identify potential support levels is using Fibonacci retracement. And I'm not going to go into a great level of detail, but basically, if you look at the low point and the high point is sort of where it began and where it topped off, and look at some Fibonacci retracement levels like 38.2% retracement and 50% retracement. Well, 50% retracement is $13 in this case, and 38.2% is about $16. So we're getting to those levels, but it's hard to say if those levels will hold. The Fibonacci retracement levels surprisingly oftentimes work. But in this case, I would be more inclined to maybe create a price alert around $10. Let's just say $11, not to be too greedy, so that I get alerted if the price dips that low. I would consider buying this dip in what otherwise is an uptrend. Or I could buy it here at $13 if it gets to that level. That would be the Fibonacci retracement 50%, and then buy more at 11. So, but let's go ahead and create an alert. I do that by creating essentially a quick filter here. Say I'm looking for AXS, add that to the filter, and then I want to say that alert me when price is below, what do we say, $11. Okay, and now I'm going to click on the alert and say AXS under 11 buy. All right, so again, I will get alerted when the price dips under 11, and then I will revisit it and make a determination whether to go ahead and go long. So that's it for today, everyone. Again, these are short-term tactical trades that I suggested here, and certainly do these trades at your own risk. This is not financial advice, but hopefully these are helpful tips for you on how to find, even in a down market, some potential swing trading opportunities when you just combine a couple of simple indicators like RSI and also resistance and support concepts. Overall, we remain unfortunately in a bear market and a downtrend. I would certainly look for any bounces as opportunities to go short as well. I encourage you to review a couple of the videos on that topic that we published in recent weeks as well. Good luck, everyone, and have a great day. Cheers.